but we sure make up by the end of the night. 'Cause I love everything about you. Nothing can ever stop me from giving my all to you. Oh, and someday when you and I are old, gray, we would look back and we'd say, surely was worth the time. Some say we're in over our heads, waiting for the day we fall over the edge, but that never fades the same. I ain't saying that you're perfect, but those imperfections have me hooked like this. Now we're married and having lots of kids, falling more and more in love, can't get enough of it. 'Cause I love everything about you. Nothing can ever stop me from giving my all to you. Oh, and someday when you and I are old and gray, we would look back and we'd say, surely was worth the time. Oh, it's timeless. Oh, so timeless. There's not a love that can compare to the love that we both share. I'm speechless. I still get speechless. I still get those butterflies when you stare me in my eyes. Oh, I love everything about you. Nothing can ever stop me from giving my all to you. Yeah. Someday when you and I are old, gray, we would look back and we'd say, surely was worth the time. Oh, I love everything about you. Nothing can ever stop me from giving my all to you. Oh, and someday when you and I are old, gray, we would look back and we'd say, surely was worth the time.
Hey, good Monday morning, TNT. Welcome to A Cup of Joe. It's a brand new week here. We are getting ready to bring you a full week of action here on A Cup of Joe. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing a cup. The Share a Cup movement continues. We continue to have conversations with some of our favorite people, some of people that we just get to know with stories. So important to hear the stories of so many of our nationals that, just out there doing their thing. And this is their stage to share a cup and share their stories. All right, let's tell you what's coming up inside the cup. You just heard a wonderful piece. I think that was an original piece from a beautiful voice, that of Rosanna Winchester. We're going to share a cup with her this morning. Nice, sexy, kind of soulful piece that she just did. We're going to hear from her. We're going to get to know her in just a little bit. It's Music Mondays here on A Cup of Joe, of course, brought to you courtesy the fine folks at NGC, the National Gas Company. The sound that makes you happy is music. The song that makes me happy is music. Also coming up, we get a little serious a little later in the show where Republic Bank jumps in. We're talking money laundering this morning on A Cup of Joe with our financial fix by Republic Bank. And then we move into our Cup for a Cause segment. We will have one of the local agencies joining us there. Stay tuned for that. And then we wrap up the show with another performance from Rosanna Winchester. Do stay with us, folks. This is A Cup of Joe. We're about to share a cup with that young, talented singer you just heard a short while ago, opening the show for us. We're going to get to know her. Rosanna is next. Stay with us.
It is the channeling of illegally gotten gains, either consciously or not, via the financial system. So, for example, that's money that have been made from drug trafficking, financing of terrorist activity.
Is this love, love that I'm feeling?
One morning, Peter walked out to find every flower that he never stopped to notice, every sunrise that he never watched, every football match he forgot to play with his son, and arrived at the cafe to find every conversation he never had with his father. And it was only then that Peter finally decided to wake up. Wake up to life. Nescafe. Nestle. Good food, good life.
If happiness were a sound, what would it be? If happiness were a color, what would be its hues? If happiness were a face, what would it look like? If happiness were a place, where would it be? NGC, the energy of human potential.
All right, let's get this show started, and we are about to share a cup with that lovely little voice you heard, but a big voice actually, Rosanna Winchester. She opened the show on this Music Monday for us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing your voice with us.
Thank you for having me.
Rosanna Winchester.
Yes.
That's a big name. Are you related to Sherwin Winchester by chance?
I believe my husband's family is.
Oh, so by husband.
Yes.
You may be related.
Maybe.
Maybe. You are, I mean, that piece was an original piece?
Yes, it was.
Written by you?
By myself, yes.
Serious?
Yes.
You wrote that when you were in love? Or because it's sort of loving, sort of sexy piece?
It is, but actually I wrote that song actually playing with my kids.
Serious?
Yeah, we were just playing around and having fun, and then I sing with them a lot.
Right.
So in that vibe and that song just started to come.
Wow.
And I started to sing the chorus, and then my kids started to sing along with me, and then I said, this seems like a nice vibe. And then, well, in my quiet time, I began to write verse and bridge, and that was the end of that.
But I suppose it moved from your kids because, I mean, the lyrics in it is very intimate.
It is very intimate,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was...
The source of the love was from your kids, I think.
Yeah,
Yes,
It was there, but I mean, of course, you would think about husband and all of that,
right.
and why this whole happy moment is happening. And that's where that song derived. I was at a happy space.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, when you listen to the lyrics, I mean, it transcends it takes you back, and I suppose that's what music does.
It does, and when the chorus goes into I love everything about you. It's not just my husband. I love everything about my kids.
Right.
Just how they are, and that unconditional feeling that you get,
yeah.
and that's what that song exudes. That that love.
So you write?
I do. Write, record.
So that song's recorded already?
It is recorded. It's in the making right now.
Right. So that's one of your latest numbers?
No, actually, I have a lot more music out there right now.
So let's go back. How long have you been singing?
From since I could remember.
Serious?
Yeah, my mom's side is a family-based musical side. That's where we get it from, my mom. That's where...
So, like, you have siblings?
I do have siblings.
And they all sing?
Yeah, they
musical family?
They all sing.
Not as good as you?
No.
Don't get in trouble.
Everybody has their own unique voice. I probably just take it a little bit more seriously.
Right, yeah.
That's my passion. That's my... I just get into my whole zone when it comes to music. So I guess I am the one that, is kind of pursuing that a little bit more professionally.
And you always wanted to do that?
Always.
As a young girl? Always. Are you doing it now professionally?
Yes.
This is all you're doing?
This is all I'm doing for now. There's a lot more I want to do in terms of the arts.
Yeah.
you know, I would love to host a show.
Right.
I would love to probably try a drama piece, you know, but for now, singing is where it's at for me
Yeah,
right now.
music.
Right now, I'm doing a lot of work with Mad Men Productions,
Right.
Joe Season4 and Ricardo Rameshwar.
Right.
And right now, I'm recording. So I'm doing a lot of recording, putting together some stuff. That piece actually, right now, what we're pushing right now is more EDM. That's what I'm doing right now, which is
What is that
electric
again?
dance
Electric.
music.
Right. I know I heard the.
Right, so I'm doing
Yes.
a lot of that right now.
Serious.
Right, so that's another side of me that,
You sing that as well?
yes,
Nah, man.
yeah.
That lovely voice to sing all that. Let me hear. Give me a sample of that. Come now, man. Give me a sample of that.
One of the EDM songs we have out now is called Lift Your Head. And that one goes, if you fall, don't give in, just get up and try again. Yeah, yeah, you can win. This is where greatness begins. If you fall, don't give in, just get up and try again. Yeah, you can win. Don't give up, it's not the end.
When did you know you had that voice on you? When did you? I mean, you said you've been singing from ever since you know yourself. But
Yes.
when did you recognize? Okay, ooh, I can really sing, Rosanna. I think I can sing, and you recognize that.
I think I really recognized I could sing from the age of probably 8. 8. I think around that time, my mother had us singing in school.
Right.
And when my teachers discovered that you know, me and my sister sang like that, you know, because back then, Celine Dion was a huge part of
Right.
our life, and Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston,
Right.
and we you know, we listened to a lot of those people. So I would, you know, before I found my own voice, I would try to sing like that. And I think from about the age 8, when we had to sing in school functions and all of that, you know, you would try to use little frills, as you would call it,
Yeah.
that Mariah Carey would use, or Whitney Houston, and, you know, and that sort of thing. And it just developed into
From
what
there,
it is right now.
from there. Rosanna Winchester. I want to stay with us because we're coming back. We're getting to know this young lady. Quite a voice on her, and she's a songwriter as well. So quite a bit of a talent we have here on Music Mondays on A Cup of Joe. When we come back, we continue speaking with Rosanna Winchester.
If happiness were a sound, what would it be? If happiness were a color, what would be its hues? If happiness were a face, what would it look like? If happiness were a place, where would it be? NGC, the energy of human potential.
There's really one bank you can depend on. Friendly service every day. There's really one standard of treating you like you deserve to be. Yeah. Republic gives only the best to you. We get personal attention, so explain for your inspection.
We're back sharing a cup with Rosanna Winchester. You heard her earlier in the show. She will close the show with us with another performance. Rosanna, what are you going to do for us at the end?
It's gonna be Bob Marley's I Wanna Love You. Yes,
Describe your music for me.
my music.
What inspires your music?
Different things, life experiences, sadness, happiness. It depends on where I'm at. and what I'm going through in my life that inspires what I write. So some of my songs, most of the, as we spoke about before, my EDM songs, most of it is happy songs.
Right.
If I'm writing, and then again, it depends on the beat. Some beats are dark, have real dark undertones, low basses, and it sends you into a space of sadness. And then you tap into an experience that you probably had that was sad. And, you know, I go off of that. So it's more life experiences I would get my inspirations from.
When it comes to genres, where do you lean towards?
Jazz.
Jazz?
Jazz. I'm more of a jazzy, soulful person.
Right.
That's where I lose myself.
You lose yourself.
Yeah, I lose myself. Once I get into a jazzy space, I'm an intimate person.
Yeah.
I like to write about life. I like to write about experiences. So my music is very relatable. You can find a space in your life that a space where you've been, and you can tap into my music. You know, that's where I, you know.
Growing up, I mean, I'm asking all the artists that pass through, and the non-mainstream artists, non-mainstream artists that pass through. Growing up, soca, calypso influenced you at all?
No.
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 You never had that desire to sing calypso or sing soca?
No. No.
Why do you think?
Well, one, I grew up in church.
Right. Right.
So
that would answer it.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Church was it. You went to school. You went to church.
Yeah.
And that
you sang.
You sang.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
You know, that was the music that influenced gospel.
Yeah.
Was what first influenced my life. So soca and calypso, that came later on.
Yeah.
You know.
And I mean, you literally told me that you make this, and you've turned this into a living. You're making a living from this.
Yes.
Put in a nutshell, how difficult or how are you managing?
Well, I've recently made this my living.
Right.
I worked at Intercommercial Bank.
Right.
For 8 years.
Okay.
And I came to a point in my life where I needed to do what I love to do.
Yeah. And
as difficult as it was to leave, it was a decision that I had to make. You know, for me, I'm big on life and its passions, and basically, and living what you love for me is something that I kind of encourage people to do, and I can't encourage people to do that, and I'm not doing it.
Right.
You know, so recently I had to make that decision. It is a little difficult getting off the ground because one, Trinidad is very small. You know, and you want your music to reach beyond, you know, the island borders.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of work that has to be put in. So starting off on this foot, it is difficult, but the difficulty is what drives me right now to really push. You know, when you don't have that basic 9 to 5, it puts you in a place where this is it. I have to do it now. It has to get done.
No or never.
Yeah, now or never, do or die kind of position. And I love being in this position.
Serious.
Yeah, I think it's molding me into a person. I've always been a very sheltered and very introverted person, and you know, and to myself kind of thing at times. So this is kind of bringing me out kind of thing. You know, getting to see another side of myself that I wasn't seeing all the time at the bank. I love that job, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and this is where I'm at now.
You're following your passion.
Yes.
Where can people hear you? Where you?
Well,
where are you?
Facebook, Rosanna
Yeah.
Hernandez Winchester, is where you can hear some of my music that I'm going to be putting out. You can follow me on Instagram as well, under Rosanna Winchester. I'm not really on Twitter that much.
Yeah, no problem.
So those are the two
And where you
places that
performing?
you could performing.
Yeah,
Well,
tell me.
weddings. I love karaoke.
Serious?
Love it.
Yeah.
I love going and just seeing different people and different talents.
Right.
Sharing mine as well. You know, I love those events.
Yeah.
Always classic.
Right,
You know,
right,
the people you meet, and you know, it's anybody
It's hilarious. Yeah,
anybody who hasn't gone, you need to go. It's fun.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and so you can hear me. You will be hearing of me more and more.
More and more. And we look forward to that.
Yes.
Because we were going to follow you. Thanks so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Pleasure to meet you. Fantastic voice on you,
Thank
as I
you.
said. I'm looking forward to your closing performance, a Bob Marley piece.
Yes.
Wow. Bob Marley piece. Stay with us, folks, because Rosanna will close off the show with a piece from Bob Marley. Which one is that?
I wanna love you and treat you
I
right.
wanna love you. She's not going to sing it like that, I'm sure. But she's going to close the show. Stay with us. You're going to stay with that. But we are coming back. When we come back, we move into the serious part of the show. It's Financial Fix, courtesy Republic Bank.
There's really one bank you can depend on. Friendly service every day. It's really one standard of treating you like you deserve to be. Yeah. Republic gives only the best to you. We get personal attention, so explain for your inspection.
All right, folks, we are back, and after the lovely musical interlude, and of course, Music Mondays is much part of what we do here on a Monday on Cup of Joe, but we mix it up because it's also when we present you with our financial fix, courtesy Republic Bank. And we are dealing with serious finances today. I have with me Mr. Michael Walcott, a representative from the bank, that is going to discuss a very, very serious issue that I don't think many of us put to the forefront of our minds, simply because it's not really that out there, I suppose, locally. But he's going to give us some information about money laundering. All right, money laundering. Mr. Walker, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
I want you to see if, first of all, we can break it down for the man on the street to understand what is money laundering.
Okay, Joel, in its simplest terms,
Yeah.
it is the channeling of illegally gotten gains, either consciously or not, via the financial system. So, for example, that's money that have been made from drug trafficking, financing of terrorist activity, corruption, racketeering, etc. The intent is to take that money, put it into the financial system, and at the end of the day, have it come out looking as though it has come from a legitimate source.
Right. And is that one of the reasons when you're asked at the bank, if it is, let's just say, I come upon a little windfall, mommy or daddy send some money for me, and I have $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, and I come in the bank and I want to deposit. Sometimes the bank asks to
How
tell
you got
me,
this?
where did you get those funds from? How did you? That's why the bank would ask that.
Correct. Because we need to be as sure as we can that the money that you are bringing in to deposit in our institutions is money that is or has been gained legitimately. All right. So the key there is having you present us with some sort of verifiable evidence, or at least sometimes we could go on looking at the transaction in front of us that seems logical as to how you would have come across this money and why we should accept it.
Right. Because it's on the bank, I suppose, if you do put
Yes.
illegal monies into your system.
Yes, there are significant fines for persons and institutions that can be levied against you if you do not abide by the regulations which have been set
So the bank can be fined as well?
Yes, the bank could also be fined if we are lax, for want of a better word, in our approach to dealing with money laundering.
Right, okay. So it's that serious?
It is that serious.
And from the perspective of the individual, how does it affect, or how will this affect, I suppose, the ordinary man on the street? Because not the ordinary man on the street is not gaining his monies through illegal means.
Correct.
Does money laundering affect that honest, hard-working individual as well?
Money laundering per se may not affect them, but the measures that we have to take to feel comfortable with the monies that you are bringing to us will mean it's almost a case of Peter paying for Paul,
Right.
whereby we don't have to put these transactions through some rigor, which starts with the account opening process. So we need to understand name, address, understand how you got your funds that you're bringing into the bank, your source of wealth, etc. And it doesn't only apply to the individual, it applies to your clubs, your companies, and any entity that comes to us to initiate account opening or other financial transactions.
Right. So yeah, okay. You just even raised a more important aspect there in terms of it's not even individuals. So you may be part of a society, a club, a little small organization that the treasurer would be probably
Correct.
submitting funds to the bank and that kind of thing. That as well has to be checked and properly
Yes.
sourced. Yeah.
Because remember, even though you may be the treasurer, you're fulfilling the role of basically a money manager for this club or this group. So we need to be relatively comfortable with you to understand, okay, Mr. Villafana comes in here representing let's say some sporting society.
Right.
And this is where we get our funds from, and this is the frequency with which we expect to deposit, etc. Because keep in mind, internationally, and this is where financing of terrorism comes into play. Internationally, clubs, societies, all these charitable organizations have been used, unfortunately, to funnel money to terrorist organizations.
Right.
I mean, especially in the current times that we face, something we need to be cognizant of.
I mean, while I'm sure the Republic Bank would have its ways of picking up on things like this, it's a difficult thing, because you're literally asking people if they have a bulk of money. So people can say all sorts of things.
Correct.
The bank has a major responsibility here.
It's quite significant, and I said it's not only for a bulk of money, it's for any funds that we think,
You're right.
based on our estimation.
So the amount has nothing to do with it per se. Whether it's 10,000 or 100,000, money laundering is money laundering.
Correct. I mean, of course, there are certain cutoff points we use and certain metrics we use to help us filter, because you can't look at every single transaction.
That's only, yeah.
All right. So based upon these criteria, that allows us to know where we need to place additional focus. And there has been guidance provided by the central bank, for example, and the parliament, which states what types of businesses are more likely to be used for money laundering. It also speaks to the type of people who historically have been involved in money laundering. So you have like your politically exposed persons, you have your senior executives of certain types of companies, you have the owners and signatories of real estate.
And you'll have like a listing of these
There's
people?
a list. There are a list of 13 businesses,
Right.
and also non-financial institutions that
Right.
are required to give us additional information,
Right.
along with, say, your politically exposed persons, etc.
All right. Anything you want to underline in terms of this topic before we wrap? Because I mean, I know it's a heavy topic, but it's something that I think needs to be aired.
I think the key here is that I know it's intrusive. I know a lot of times the bank is asking you to give additional information that you may not have given when you open your account 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago. But the times have changed, and due to the prevalence of money laundering and terrorist activity, there are certain things that are now required of you by law, and the bank is doing its part to help protect you and the institution, of course, from being used as a device
Yeah. So I
to
think
enable these things.
I think the ordinary customer just needs to be understanding of this, because in the long run, it's to protect you, the customer.
Correct.
Yeah. Mr. Walker, thank you very much. As I said, this was a topic that I know very heavy, but needs to be aired because it's the times we live in as well. There's times when you probably 20, 25 years ago opening an account is different opening an account now.
Very much so.
Yeah, and registering funds in whatever account in your bank. So Republic Bank here to just continue to explain in our Financial Fix segment. Thanking so much Mr. Michael Walker dropping by this morning and giving us our Financial Fix. Stay with us. Cup for a Course is up next. Don't move. Cup of Joe continues after this.
Financial Fix comes to you courtesy Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
There's really one bank you can depend on. Friendly service every day. It's really one standard of treating you like you deserve to be. Yeah, Republic gives only the best to you. We get personal attention, so explain for your inspection.
But there's a change in the weather, there's a change in the sea. So from now on there'll be a change in me, and my walk will be different.
With over 30 sensational colours, Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Cover gives you twice the coverage, twice as fast as any other brand.
Just made to
For over 90 years, we've been giving people the power to change.
just made.
All right, thanks for staying with us, TNT. Cup of Joe continues now with our Cup for a Course segment on this Monday morning. And we are moving into a society that's simply called the Woodbrook Fellowship Friendly Society. Simple. Woodbrook Fellowship Friendly Society. I have the president here with me that will explain all the details about this particular society. He is Mr. Urban Huggins. Thanks so much for being here with us, sir.
Thank you for inviting me.
So, this is a friendly society.
Friendly Society.
What is this friendly society in Woodbrook? Because I mean, I've been around Woodbrook for some time and I've never heard of a friendly society. It's friendly people, but I've
Friendly
never heard
people.
that there was a formal friendly society.
Let me start with a historical perspective
Okay.
of Woodbrook Fellowship Friendly Society. We're actually 100 years old in the Woodbrook area.
I'm serious. This
We-
actual formal group.
This group established since 1908, I believe it
Right,
was. We're
right.
over 100 years old.
Right, right.
Or 1910. We were first on Robert Street, opposite the fire station by the park there, that big building.
Yes.
You'd have seen the big building, those of old Woodbrook residents.
Right.
What we are really and truly is that this group was started many, many years ago, and we are under the purview of the Ministry of Labor, Small and Micro Enterprises.
Okay.
At present, under the ministry, there are probably 150 registered friend societies and lodges throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Woodbrook Fellowship is just one of them. And most of these societies and lodges are in excess of 75 years old. The ministry is really the regulatory body that looks after to ensure compliance and that we are doing the right thing. So our records, our accounts, everything are submitted to the ministry, and our payment, and they audit and ensure that we go ahead with it. And we're doing the right things. What the society does is that many years ago, persons were concerned that they were not getting a decent burial. And that
A burial. Right.
And when they talk about the poor man burial, etc., the societies came into existence to alleviate that fact. So what you do, we have over 2,000 members, and they pay a stipend or a contribution every month, about $20 a month. And what they do, and the benefits that they get from this, is that we offer you a burial grant of $2,500. We also attempt to give a sort of an insurance or health insurance benefit to the members as well, whereby, $20 is not a lot, but still we try to make it stretch. And we offer members a doctor visit, one doctor visit a year, up to $200. We give a dental visit for the year, up to $500. and an optical visit for the year up to $500. So
just being part of this society.
Just being a member of the society.
Right.
So these are some of the benefits. What we do, we try to address and reach the informal sector. Those persons who may not have the opportunity or may not have the resources to pay a big insurance company, etc. We try to step in to assist individuals like this throughout Trinidad and Tobago. We have a branch in Superior, and we assist people. We have a good movement in Sani Grande as well.
Oh, so just now. So it's the Woodbrook Friendly Society, but you have branches across the country?
Yeah, well, we have one in Superior.
It's not just for Woodbrook residents?
It's not Woodbrook for residents only, no.
Okay, explain.
And we have one in Superior as well. How we acquire those things is that, as I mentioned to you before, we had societies all over.
Right.
And those societies that were a bit weak, we have amalgamated with them and tried to assist them to continue. And we have amalgamated with a society in Superior, and we have one in Sani Grande as well.
Oh, okay. And they get the same sort of benefits?
They get the same sort of benefits, etc. So these are some of the things that we do. But what we have found within recent times is that and the reason I'm here is that our membership drive, we are finding it difficult to get members, etc.
Okay.
So this is something that we are telling the public, it is a good society, it is a good benefit, and we are inviting persons to come to our office. We are located at number 37 Woodford Street in Port of Spaindale.
Right, yeah.
Our telephone number is 628-5150.
628-5150.
And because it is a voluntary organization, we only operate 1 day a week at present.
Right.
But once we start to get members and the demand for the services there, we will increase it to 2-3 days a week, etc.
Okay.
But it's something that has been around for a very, very long time.
Right. And is it, I mean, these societies that you're speaking of across the country, is it, I suppose, something that has been around so long that the younger generations now not aware?
Well, the younger generation is not aware of it too much, but certainly your parents and your grandparents would have heard about it because they've been so long.
Right.
As a matter of fact, in the early days, let's say up to 1960, when you look at the statistics of the membership, 1 in every 4 persons were member of a society in Trinidad and Tobago. So it was very, very popular. It is the competitor to what I will call the credit unions. You see how you have persons involved in credit unions?
Right.
The societies are similar. It's just that the credit unions focus a bit on banking services and lending money, whereas societies more or less focus on the insurance and debt benefit. But some societies like ours and Takaful, we offer a loan facility as well to members. And Takaful, I can tell you, they have something called an investment portfolio as well.
Right.
So it is really to empower persons to come and improve their financial stability and to assist them in time of need. We also offer, like for example, many years ago when persons were not able to assist themselves, societies will come together and assist persons in the community.
In that community. You all do that currently, Mr. Huggins?
Because of the low in membership right now, we're not doing it at present, but it's somewhere where we want to go. We did a strategic plan, and we have looked at the objective and where we want to go, and we are now pursuing that plan and getting members. Hence the reason why we're here, and we took the opportunity to market ourselves through your Cup of Joe and to tell persons about the good things that we're doing.
Yeah. Because I can see how we can help various communities across the country. Not everyone in the community will be of well means and be able to afford some of the simple things that you're talking about.
Simple things. And you see, we are targeting simple persons as the person who is working in a store.
Right.
Because the employer or even somebody who is working in one of these, like on the avenue, you have all these restaurants and all these places. And I am unsure if the employer has a health plan for these employees.
Yes.
Right? And we can assist them in coming out and at least giving some type of relief to some of their plights. Because very often you can hear it, they need to go to the doctor, their children is sick, and they could get some kind of relief. Because when you compare our services to, let's say, Guardian Life or Sagico, they charge you $150 a month to get the same benefit. But we are saying, this is among us, we will help you.
And what's the annual fee?
The annual fee, we have different fees, of course.
Yeah.
$246 is one.
Right.
Then we have another fee of $486 and $606.
I suppose that's
Based on these fees, you are able to entitle to greater benefits along the way.
Of course, of course. Give your numbers one more time so that folks can reach out to you if it is they so desire. What's the numbers?
We are 628-5150. That's
Right.
Woodbrook Fellowship Friends Society.
Right, and you're located
At 37 Woodford Street in Port of Spain.
37 Woodford Street. Mr. Urban Huggins, thank you so much for dropping by. Hoping that folks would have listened, take heed for those who would need the services of such friendly society of Woodbrook, the Woodbrook Fellowship Friendly Society. The president, Mr. Urban Huggins, representing and giving us a little bit of information if it is you so need some assistance from one of the societies. All right, we're taking a short break here, folks, so we're coming right back on A Cup of Joe.
If happiness were a sound, what would it be? If happiness were a color, what would be its hues? If happiness were a face, what would it look like? If happiness were a place, where would it be? NGC, the energy of human potential.
All right, folks, time to wrap up Music Mondays, and we are switching back into music mode. Rosanna Winchester, you heard her opening the show. Now she's about to close, but just before you hear from her, we want to tell you you can, of course, follow us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you want to be part of our show, drop us an email at acupofjoett@gmail.com. If you missed us in the daytime, folks, join us anytime on our YouTube channel. Whatever's inside your cup, make the best of it and make it do. Smile, TNT. All right? Here is Rosanna Winchester with another performance as we close off Music Mondays here on A Cup of Joe.
Music Mondays comes to you courtesy the National Gas Company, the energy of human potential.
Said I wanna love you and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof right over our heads. We'll share a shelter of my single bed. We'll share the same room, and Jah will provide the bread. Is this love, love, love that I'm feeling? Is this love, love, love that I'm feeling? I wanna know now. I got to know now. I'm willing and able, so I'll throw my cards on the table. Said I wanna love you, I wanna love and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together, ooh, with the roof right over our